Savagery and Self-Care with Quisha. Today, I am actually going to do a part 1 of a part 2 video. I initially was going to do mindfulness and mental well-being together, but after doing some research, I was like, this is way too much for one video. So I decided to break it down for 2. So this first part is on mindfulness. The second part will be on emotional and mental well-being. So let's get into it. All right, so what exactly is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the quality or state of being conscious or aware, which is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations, often used as a therapeutic technique. When we practice mindfulness, our thoughts tune into what we're sensing in the present moment rather than living in the past or imagining the future. So let's get into some of the benefits of practicing mindfulness, because I know y'all don't want to do something if it ain't got no benefits to it. So the first benefit is that it reduces rumination. Rumination is your focused attention on your distress and its causes and its consequences. It also reduces overthinking. It alleviates stress, improves your memory, concentration, and performance. It helps with emotional reactivity, promotes cognitive flexibility, creates happier relationships, reduces anxiety. It improves your sleep, promotes mental health, provides pain relief. It enhances your sex life. It increases your resiliency. It enhances your creativity, reduces feelings of loneliness, increases your body satisfaction, enhances the ability to deal with and recover from illnesses, and it helps lower the risk of burnout and turnover at work. So I feel like all of those are great benefits. At least one or maybe all of them you can benefit from. So at this point, you're probably wondering, how do I even practice mindfulness? Well, don't worry, because I'm gonna tell you. The first thing you want to do is make sure you have a dedicated time and space. You want to be able to delete all distractions, have a calm and tranquil environment. If possible, you don't want this space to be utilized for anything else but your practice. I know sometimes that is hard, so do what you have to do. Make a conscious effort to focus on the present moment without any judgment. Become aware of your breathing and your surroundings. Allow yourself to do nothing but just be in that moment. Don't think about the past and don't plan for the future. During this time, I would advise you not to even have a clock in your immediate area. Don't have a watch on. Please don't have your phone near you. Just don't think about the measurement of time while you're practicing your mindfulness. Pay attention to your thoughts, your words, actions, and motivations. Notice your judgments and let them pass. If your mind happens to wander, just make sure you focus on bringing yourself back to the present moment, and don't be too hard on yourself if that does happen. In your first few times of practice, your mind will probably wander. Even after your first few times, your mind will probably wander. If you have a lot going on mentally, it's going to be really hard to center yourself and be in that moment. But that's the whole process of mindfulness, is to bring yourself to the present, to just be. And it takes practice. That's exactly why it's called practicing mindfulness. It's all there in the title. So just remember, don't be hard on yourself. Just bring yourself back to the present moment. And just a little note here, mindfulness is not the same thing as meditation. Those are two completely different concepts, but there is a thing called mindfulness meditation, which I will cover on a different episode. So just know that these two things are not the same, but they do have a practice that kind of merges both concepts. Now that we kind of have the concept of mindfulness down, I want to give you a few examples and a few things that you can do to practice mindfulness throughout the day, outside of that dedicated time and space. So they have a thing that's called a mindful wake up. And here are a few things that you do not want to do during your mindful wake up. Do not open your phone. Do not check your emails, whether on your phone, computer, or however you view your emails. And do not turn on the news. You want to be present in that time, so don't do any of those things. What you do want to do is wake up, sit up, and focus on your breathing. Be there, be present in that time of waking up. You want to set your intention for the day. So you want to say, I will, or I am going to. So for example, I will be kind to myself, or I will stay grounded, or I will be patient with others. That is your intention for the day. You can have more than one, but I mean, just to start out, challenge yourself to have one a day. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. See if you're staying true to that intention. And if not, just check yourself and get back on track. It's not anything to be hard on yourself about. It's not anything to beat yourself up about. If you go the whole day and you realize, dang, I didn't do anything. I didn't stick to my intention. Try again tomorrow. Try again the next day. It's a practice. It takes time to get it right. Take breaks to revisit your intention. So throughout the day, what is my intention? Be kind to others. Be patient to others. Whatever it was, just revisit it and make sure that you're staying on track with that. And over time, you'll become more conscious of your intentions for each day, and you'll notice the quality of your communications, relationships, and your mood to shift. So that'll be a huge thing for you mentally and emotionally. I also want to give you the example of something that I do. So when I go out somewhere and I have a moment, what I do if I'm with somebody, I'll say, let's take a moment. Let's take a mindful moment. I call it a mindful moment. And I learned this in therapy. So let's say I'm at the beach, and I say, it's called the 5 senses. So I say, look around. Give me 5 things that you see. And not the obvious 5 things that you see. Not like, oh, I see waves. No, really pay attention to your surroundings. And you say 5 things. Then you say 5 things that you can hear. 5 things that you can see. Oh, dang, I already said it. 5 things that you can feel. 5 things that you can, go through all of your senses. And that is really a mindful moment. If you can do 5. If you're not in an area where you can do 5, do 2, do 3. You don't have to do a set amount. Just take that moment to really focus on your surroundings and be in that moment, whether you're alone, whether you're with somebody. You can always get other people to join in on your mindful moment. But we used to do that in therapy every day, and I really, really like that. So I decided to take that and incorporate that into my days whenever I do go out and do things, especially at the beach. If you go somewhere where it's beautiful and it's a lot going on around you and you feel overwhelmed, take a moment and just really soak in what surrounds you. And that is it for mindfulness. I hope you learned something. If you have any tips on mindfulness that you would like to share with other people, please let me know and I will get that out. Don't forget to look at part 2, which is on the emotional and mental well-being. I wanted to do both, but I feel like it was just entirely too much. So just tune in for the second video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.